I wanted to share with everybody a really powerful idea on this week's Torah portion. This week's portion is Parshas Toldos. It's the week that Avram Avinu, Abraham, our forefather, his legacy is continuing with Yitzchak, his son Isaac. The grandchildren, the twins are born in this week's Torah portion. And I wanted to shift our focus to a prayer, a tefillah that we say 3 times a day. Most days, sometimes more. In the last portion of the prayer of Shmona Esrei, the 18 brachas, the Amidah, we say, Elokai Nitzor, Hashem, our God, Nitzor Lishoni Meira, watch my mouth from speaking bad. And the prayer continues, V'nafshi ke'afar lakol tiyeh, my soul should be like dust and dirt in front of everybody. And it's a very interesting tefillah, prayer to God to watch my mouth, make sure I don't say anything bad to people, I don't respond incorrectly, and I should consider myself like dust in front of other people. Always struck me as an interesting tefillah, an interesting prayer. But I want to share with you an idea that I heard on the Parsha that I think really ties together with this prayer. In this week's portion, we learn about the miracle that God made, that Yitzchak, Isaac, would look exactly like his father, Avraham Avinu, Abraham, our forefather. Because people were saying, there was rumors that maybe the father of Isaac was not really Avraham Avinu, maybe it was Avimelech when Sarah, our matriarch, was captured. So God made a miracle because there's a lot of scoffers, and he made a miracle that Yitzchak, Isaac's face, looked exactly like his father, Avraham Avinu. There's another part of the Torah earlier on when God was creating man, and God says, Nase Adam, let us make men. Let us make mankind. And what's fascinating is the Malachim, the angels asked Hashem, God, is that the correct way to write the Torah? Let us make man? It's not us, it's you. And Hashem said, God said back, let those people who want to make jokes, and let them come forward and make jokes. So we find almost an interesting contradiction with Avraham Avinu, with Abraham, when people were making fun if Yitzchak was really his son. God made a miracle, and he made Isaac, Yitzchak's face, look exactly like Avraham Avinu, like his father Abraham. Yet earlier in the Torah, when there could have been people that said, I don't know if God really made the world, it says we. Over there, God says, no response. Let the people come and make jokes. Let them make leitzanos. So what's the answer to this contradiction? So I really don't have an answer to the contradiction, but there's a thought that's going on here. Sometimes people come with questions, with frustrations, but they're not coming to hear what you have to say. They're just coming to air themselves out. And those people, they don't need a response. V'nafshi ke'afar, just trample over me. I don't need to respond to you. It's a very powerful lesson in today's times when there's so much going on social media and people are attacking other people verbally, online, all the time. We don't need to respond. We see from Hashem, from God, in this week's portion with this contradiction that sometimes we do need to respond. Sometimes it's important. We need to stand up. We need to use our seichel, our brain, our Yiddish cup, our Jewish brain, to know when yes to respond and sometimes not to respond. Good Shabbos.